Yeah, Bang Bang Rail. Years ago, yeah, a lot of people know this anyway. Years ago, a guy called Jimmy Ward, yeah, this guy used to own my place in Kingston. I paid him X amount of money for it, but because I'd done the loft extensions and done so much to it and downstairs, anyway, he wanted to up it. He wanted more money for the place, so I refused to give it him. Anyway, so I went over his house in Northampton to have a talk to him about it, and then he was there with his guys that put a contract. He put a contract out on me for these guys to top me, yeah. But at that time when I went over there, I suppose my name was being cropped up, but it never come to a contract. So when I went over there and I sat down and the gun fell out of the geezer's pocket, and I was always strapped up anyway. I pulled out my thing and just ran to the car, jumped in the car and drove off. And later on, I get to find out, because I said to Jimmy Ward, you're getting no more money, that he put a 25 grand contract out on me, which was, I put it on one of my YouTubes, and it was from what do you call it, from court. It was from their paperwork from court, yeah? So when all that paperwork come out, and it was sent to me by my son in Australia, but my ex-wife sent it to him, my ex-girlfriend, sent it to him because she was Jimmy Ward's girlfriend's best mate. So she sent the debts to Danny, and Danny sent them to my son sent them to me from Australia. That was crazy, isn't it? But when I found out that Jimmy Ward put a contract of 25 grand out of me by these two guys, well, these two guys were the same two guys that chopped the head off of a police officer in a car park, yeah? And Jimmy Ward became a supergrass. He got caught first. He was the driver or something. He got caught, or something was said. He got caught and grassed up the two that she put a contract out on me, give them a contract of 25 grand. Well, these two, also Jimmy Ward, put a contract out on Johnny Bindon of 50 grand. Because what happened, Alan Stanton, Johnny Bindon's best mate, right, had a club in Malden, and Alan Stanton was in prison with me. I think it was at Chelmsford prison. But Alan Stanton was in prison with me. A nice guy, little guy, but nice guy, yeah? Dangerous, but very nice guy. Jimmy Ward nicked his bird, nicked his missus. She wasn't a good Jackie anyway, but he nicked his missus. So when Alan came out of prison and she was with Jimmy Ward, he went mad, Alan Stanton. Jimmy Ward said, oh, don't worry about that anyway. I'm going to do you and all that, put a lot of money out to get him done. That's what he said. Alan Stanton didn't want to know as such, but he told Bindon, and Bindon was really pissed off of it, you know what I mean? He was like going to Alan Stanton, how'd you let this geezer nick your missus, you know what I mean? He's only a fat pig, you know, got a beard, he thinks he's it, that and them because he's got a lot of money. He's nobody, Alan. But Jimmy Ward was ex-Hell's Angel and all this, that and the other, but he was one of them ones that wore suits. They're supposed to be more dangerous than them ones, yeah? But Jimmy Ward got a bit leery. He had a flat in Battersea opposite near the Common. And me and my ex-girlfriend used to live there, a nice flat, worth a lot of money, Battersea. I forget the name of the road, Battersea Rise, a really expensive road, yeah. I didn't like it, and that's why I paid Jimmy money to have the gaff in Kingston. Well, him and Alan Stanton, Jimmy Ward and Alan Stanton are having verbal matches over the phone, this, that and the other, and then Johnny Bindon said, you're a big fat whatever. He said, leave him alone, you know. And then Jimmy Ward had to go at Johnny Bindon saying, you're nothing, you're nobody, thinking you're this, you're thinking you're that. I met Johnny Bindon over the Common. They had a row, all right, and Bindon stabbed Jimmy Ward in the side. No police were called, and it just ended there. But that was the time he put the contracts out on me. But he also put a contract out on Bindon, 50 grand contracts on Bindon. But it happened just after what happened between him and Jimmy Ward. Another thing. So now Jimmy Ward feels more confident that he's had a row with Bindon, but Bindon had to stab him to get him off. So after he's been healed up and everything, he caught Bindon over Battersea Park or something round about a park, right? And he said to Johnny Bindon, okay, me and you go again. And they was having a fight with Bindon. And Jimmy Ward, I didn't know, but can have a right fight, yeah? And him and Bindon are steaming into each other. All accounts, Bindon smashed him to pieces, but only with his fist, yeah? Didn't stab him up or nothing, because Bindon can have a row, yeah? So Bindon's bashed Jimmy Ward right up and he let it go like that. And then Jimmy Ward come back again at Bindon, right? Over the club at Malden. He waited for him to come out. He was with a car, he was in a motor with some people. You get to hear these bits and pieces. I got to hear that Johnny Bindon went to meet Jimmy Ward and had a row and bashed him up. I've been told that Jimmy Ward went over to Malden to meet Johnny Bindon and had a row with Johnny Bindon outside the club. And Bindon got hit across their head with an iron bar, a little one of these Jimmy bars, yeah? Crashed right across the side of the knocked him out, and Jimmy Ward steamed into Bindon and kicked him all round the gaff, right? This is what I'm told. Bindon's obviously, now Bindon has been belittled because it's his club. Jimmy Ward's a big fat geezer with a beard, and he's bashed him up. He's bashed Bindon up. Bindon now is really on it now. He wants Jimmy Ward bad. So now Jimmy Ward, right, knows that he wants him. So then Jimmy Ward puts a contract of 50 grand on Bindon's head by these two people that will put a contract on me. But before they done Bindon, they want to do me. But then there's an other thing when they chop the Flea's head off and Jimmy Ward becomes Supergrass. So nothing happened. Even though that he put a 50 grand contract out on Bindon, he put 25 grand out on me, none of it ever happens, yeah? But Jimmy Ward did have 2 fights or 3 fights with Bindon. Bindon beat him twice and Jimmy Ward beat him once, yeah? I didn't, it's something you just get found out, you know what I mean? And I thought to myself, like Jimmy Ward, I didn't think he could have a row, but it goes to show that he could because Bindon weren't no fool, mate. Bindon could have a row. Bindon wasn't an idiot, you know what I mean? But Jimmy Ward was massive. He's about, 21 stone, 22 stone. Bindon must have been about 18 stone then, but solid, yeah? But he got bashed up. I think he only got bashed up because he hit him across the side of the nut with a little crowbar, one of the little bars, yeah? And, fair play to Jimmy Ward, but he got 2 contracts out, 25 grand on me, 50 grand on Bindon, eh? But Bindon died. I mean, I remember being in the old man's house, my father-in-law's house, Mickey Johnson, and Bindon's there, and Bindon was quite ill then. He was on his way out, yeah? I was told he died of AIDS, yeah? I mean, he did die of AIDS, yeah? But he was on his way out, yeah? And I remember Bindon shouting his mouth about Jimmy Ward, how he bashed Jimmy Ward up and stabbed him up, but he never said nothing about Jimmy Ward bashing him up outside the club. But anyway, I'm gutted about Bindon dying of AIDS and it's that now because I think me and him have been right pals, even though me and him had fallen out, you know what I mean? But anyway, this is Bang Bang Roll. Just quick video. Please press the like button, subscribe. Nice one, bye.